Hey, what's up YouTube? Jester here. If you haven't guessed based on the thumbnail, today's topic is the AEK. A weapon that first showed up in Bad Company, was a very popular weapon for Battlefield 3. It was almost as popular as the M16A3, and then was less popular when it showed up in Battlefield 4. Now, why make a video about the AEK? Well, I had an interesting observation about it, and it got me wondering about where it sits in the meta of the gun rankings. As I was looking at the in-game stats for the weapon, I noticed that it seemed to outperform a lot of widely considered good guns. Now I realize that the in-game stat tracker for the weapons is all but useless and it's not to be trusted, but I noticed that the AEK seemed to be better than all the other assault rifles. I mean, look at this. I stripped all the attachments off and compared the base gun stats, and in every case the AEK was better overall. In this video footage here, I have the AEK as my selected weapon, and I'm comparing it to every other weapon assault rifle in here. And you can see that every single assault rifle is a net negative. It's got more red than green, which means that the AEK, statistically according to the in-game stats, is better in those categories. Now, since the stat tracker in the game is complete trash, I looked at Soro's weapon stats Google Doc. If you're not familiar with this, it's like a rough replacement for SimThick, which is, not up to date. All right, I've broken it out here. Let's dive into the numbers here. I've selected the AEK, the M5A3, and the VHX. I'm going to compare it to the VHX because right now that is a god tier gun. That's the best assault rifle. It's the best gun in the game right now. So it's a good one to compare it to. But the M5A3 being the starter assault rifle is also a very good comparison because that is a very good gun right now. It's not god tier like the VHX, but it's definitely competitive good gun. So I'm comparing it to the M5A3 also. Now, the stat that I'm most concerned with here is full auto time to kill, which I've highlighted here. As you can see, the AEK on top, from 0 to 39 meters, is a time to kill of 267 milliseconds. If you compare that to the M5A3, from 0 to, almost 29, it's 312. It's better. It kills quicker and faster than the M5A3. And if we look at that stat on the VHX, it doesn't really have it does, you can't compete from 0 to 9 meters. The VHX kills in 200 milliseconds. But if we take it out to 29 meters, 267, it's the same time to kill. And if you look at all these weapons out to 74 meters, they have roughly the same time to kill. The VHX is 333 to the AEK's 334. They're very comparable. Now, don't get me wrong, there's no way in hell the AEK actually compares to the VHX. It's a god tier weapon, but just looking at the numbers, I don't think a lot of people, I rarely get killed by the AEK. I just don't think people are using it. They're sleeping on its potential. Right now, everyone is running around with the VHX, but the AEK feels like it competes very well against it, and I never get killed by it. It's almost like everybody decided it was a D tier weapon and passed on it. Normally, I might say, here's how I run it and give the attachments for it, but lately I've been thinking that the attachments only marginally affect weapons, and you should just run what feels good to you, whether it's statistically better or not. I used to run it with the laser sight, but the hip fire under 10 meters is fine. And I wouldn't hip fire beyond 10 meters anyway, so you don't technically need a laser sight. So I swapped that out for the smoke launcher. And there's an example of that here, this hip fire here. This guy tries to jump out of the way, but at this range, the hip fire, here, I have the smoke launcher here. There's no laser sight. The hip fire just works at these ranges anyway. And anything beyond this range, you can see here, where I start hip firing and then I go into ADS, you just don't need a laser sight. So I'm running it currently with the GP30 smoke launcher and the Champion muzzle brake, and really this is all you need. The hip fire is perfectly fine the way it is. This weapon's a beast. I think a lot of people are sleeping on it. It's not getting the credit it deserves because the meta right now is all about the VHX. And I rarely get killed by it, which I think is surprising considering the time to kill this weapon has. If you look at some of these engagements right here, these are about 30 meters away. This guy's 31 meters away. Boom, instant drop. Now, there was a headshot mixed in there with that 2.5 times multiplier, but look at this. This guy's out here 180 meters away. Just a couple of quick tap fires, mix in a headshot, boom. He was hurt already, but still. So what do you guys think? AEK, we're going to see more of it? I hope so. It's a good weapon. It deserves a chance. Give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Got it.